Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. I've missed you guys. First of all, thank you to all of my well-wishers. I really was under the weather the last couple of weeks, and thank God it wasn't COVID, but it really was still a very nasty infection that I was getting over, a virus basically. And I had the chills, I had a fever for over 10 days that I just couldn't seem to break, and just a lot going on, energetically. Um, and I received a message from Spirit, and Spirit was saying, hey, you've been doing too much, that weakened your immune system, and that made you liable to fall ill at this time in your life. But we need you to get some rest, and we need you to continue to make your rest a priority, and your self-care. You have to get enough rest, young lady, because I do a lot in my waking life that I don't talk about here on the channel. I'm responsible for a lot of things and a lot of people and their well-being, so you can, when you're in that type of situation, you can run yourself ragged if you don't be very, very mindful, or continue to be mindful about getting the proper rest. But it just a lot of run-ins with myself. I had some heat exhaustion going on, and just exhaustion, just physical exhaustion even before the heat exhaustion. So just a lot of take several seats, get you behind some rest, young lady, so that you can continue to be great and continue to be used. Okay, so here I am, being my vessel again with you guys. Long story short, I am feeling better. Thank you for all the well wishes. I really do feel like once I shared to the community post and on the support group that I wasn't feeling well, that you guys started praying for me and sending me that good energy, and I felt it immediately. Legit, the next day I had a turning point in my illness, and God delivered me. But I do firmly believe that a lot of positive energy was being sent to me during that time. So again, thank you guys. All right, so with that being said, this is just going to be a quick message, and I'm going to be popping in with messages here and there. And you guys know I'm not a long-winded type of person, but in this message, you guys, I really want to push the idea of just not allowing people to do just enough. When you're in lopsided relationships, or even worse than lopsided, with a narcissist or anything like that, of that nature, a toxic person, they'll always be trying to gauge what they can get away with not offering you. All right, so of course, yes, this is where your self-worth is going to be coming into play, you guys, and knowing your worth and knowing what you deserve. And honestly, beyond just knowing what you deserve, because it's one thing to know what we deserve, and it's another thing to actually go for it, you guys, and actually command it in your life, and command it from the people who are privileged to be able to come into your circle, or to interact with you, or to benefit from your energy in any type of level. Okay, so yeah, knowing your worth, but commanding it at the same token, and not allowing people to just breadcrumb you, because when someone is doing what they believe is just enough, right? There tends to be some breadcrumbing going on there. That means someone's holding back. They're reserving from you. They're not willing to fully invest in you. They're not willing to give you their all. And that's not going to be good enough, or that has to become not good enough for you. All right. And that's a decision that you have to make in your life for what you have to offer. I mean, just think of the most expensive products and goods and services that we can get out here on the market. They're not going to say, oh, we put all this quality into our product and we did this and that, and we're just going to give it away for free, or we're going to shortcut ourselves and give a humongous discount and take a loss, and what we're putting in is not what we're even breaking even to get back. So that's not going to happen. So why would we be doing that with our heart and our energy and our time and our resources, for all that matters? You know, it's not enough for anybody to be breadcrumbing you. It's not enough for anyone to just give you common courtesy and common decency. Like, that should just go without saying. Nobody should be getting a cookie for doing the bare minimal in your life. We're going to have to up the ante, you guys, and expect people to go out of the way for you just as you go out of the way for others. And, you know, that's called reciprocation. That's called reciprocation, you guys. And all of you deserve that. And it's something that you don't get when you're in a toxic situation with like a narcissist or a toxic, selfish person. You deserve to be reciprocated, all right? You deserve somebody that can meet you minimally where you are or go beyond it, okay? But you're going to at least meet me where I'm at. You know, it's not going to be a situation where you're going to be constantly feeling breadcrumbed, okay? It's not cool. It's not cool, and it's unacceptable. I'm driving, you guys, so bear with me. You know how I like to do my little car chronicles. But yeah, let's up the ante. That's not going to be good enough. It's going to get to a point where it's going to weed out the real and the fakes right away, because suddenly it's not good enough for you to half-ass it with me. It's not good enough for you to breadcrumb me. That's not going to be good enough. So if you're going to be with me, you're going to be giving me your all. You're going to be doing the most, and you're going to be going to the fullest. So if you ain't being sincere about it, they're just going to be playing themselves at that point, because that's the thing. They're willing to play with your time as long as they could actually really play with your time. But once the bar is high quality, you know, you can't come with me, you know, with no low quality, nothing, you know, you're going to be producing at that point. So if you don't really mean it, you're playing yourself. And it weeds out the real and the fake. See, when you're not commanding that in your life, you know, that's how these low vibrational people are allowed to fester within it, because then they can give you that lazy effort, right? They can give you those lazy results. They can half-ass it with you. But once your bar's up here and it's like, I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, either you're doing it or you don't. And if you don't do it, you know where you could go. You know, it's going to weed out the real from the fake, or generally speaking, it will. Okay, I'm not going to sit up here and act like there aren't in every class of people jerks and toxic people, okay? But even then, you know, people don't really want to give real efforts to fake situations. They really don't. You know, they want to give you the illusion of giving that effort. And there's a difference between someone giving an illusion and actually doing it. You see what I'm saying, you guys? So let's make sure that we are raising that bar for everybody, okay? Family and friends included, partners and spouses included, especially like people. I don't get it, you guys. I don't get it. Especially like if I'm married to you, you damn well better be giving me the fucking 1,000%, or else why do you get to be married to me? Why do you get that privilege and that honor? Why? Make that make sense. I have to be devoted to you. I have to be completely off the market. You damn well better be giving me your all. I better be the fucking bee's knees to you. You better be worshiping me as I you. It's a mutual thing. It's a mutual thing. You better be my number one fan, bitch. Okay? You better be my number one fan. That's what you should be doing. It should come natural. You should want to do that. And it's a problem when it doesn't. Okay? It's a problem when it doesn't. And, you know, move accordingly. You know, once you're doing this and you're going to be cleaning house at this point and figuring out who needs to be staying and who needs to go. And sometimes someone just ain't going to continue to make the cut. And it may not even be personal. It just, you deserve what you deserve. Whether someone can give it to you or not, you deserve what the fuck you deserve. Okay? You can't be moving out of pity. You can't stay with people out of pity. You know, if they can't meet your standards, they just can't meet your standards. You know? You just can't meet your standards. And it's beyond more than care. And sometimes it's just beyond whether you love the person or not. You know, it's, are they right for you? Can they reciprocate you? Are they where you need them to be? You know, they were what you wanted, but was it what you needed? You know, these are the types of things that you have to keep it real with yourself about when you find yourself in dead-end situations, not being reciprocated, or feeling like you got the short end of the stick. You have to carry more weight because you're not equally yoked, whatever the case may be. You know, it's your life. It is your life, honey, and you get to decide whether you want to stay in a certain setup or not. And you only have yourself to blame if you choose to stay in something that's beneath you. You only have yourself to blame, because it's time, it's days, it's years in your life that you can never get back. Shoot, you shouldn't even have to tell the right person, okay, to give their all to you for the level of commitment that you're giving to them, or whatever the case may be. You shouldn't even have to tell them something like that. It's just to be something that's given, not something that's taken for granted. You know, these are people that are taking connections for granted. If you have to even remind them of how they should be treating you like a queen or a king, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to remind anybody to respect you, and you shouldn't have to have conversations about loyalty to people when you get to a certain ever really but it's really pathetic when you have to have it on certain levels. So just make sure, you guys, you are not giving people the motherfucking discount. It ain't worth it. You're going to feel cheap at the end of the day. You know, and you wonder why your self-esteem is so here and there. It's because you constantly be putting yourself in unworthy situations, and then you're not brave enough to cut it because you can't get over your emotions of a situation. How's that going to serve you? You know, if people are going to get access to you, make sure they're worthy of it, and make sure they continue to stay worthy of it, because people start out good and then they fall off, they get too comfortable, whatever the fucking case may be. But it should be a constant, you know, that's right, I know what I have to do, I know how I got them, that's how I keep them, this and that, all of that, okay? All of that. Know your worth, command it. Don't let people get off. Don't let people get away with shortcutting you, okay? And you'll be all right, you know? Be your own best friend. Think of your best interest. You know? Yours as well, because that matters too. To all that love and care that you're giving in that situation, you deserve it right back and in tenfold, okay? Or else, what are you making the investment for? Out of your toxicity, and then it just ends up hurting you. All right, and then that's when you feel played and used. So we avoid all of that by making sure right from the rip, right from day one, you're making people accountable for what it costs to be in a connection with you, what it costs to maintain a connection with you, okay? And this goes beyond monetary. All right? The emotional maturity that you require, all of it, you guys. All of it matters, because that yields the quality of the connections that you're in, all right? And then you're not going through the motions because you're in poor ones. All right, so it's time to upgrade it. It's time to upgrade it. And if that means you gotta roll with yourself for now, then roll with your goddamn self. Okay, roll with yourself then for now. All right, because being in that good company of one, because it's not company of none. People consider it company of none if they're not with someone. You still matter. You still count. Okay, rock out with yourself until. All right, you guys. Happy June 10th. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I've been all week celebrating June 10th myself. I've been celebrating it all week. So I love it. I love my history. I love my culture. And today I'm going to spend some time with my children, and we're going to talk a little more in depthly as some of my younger children are a little bit old enough to understand a little bit more about our heritage and our pain and suffering and our contributions and our things to be celebrated as well, not just the dark moments. Okay, But either way, have a beautiful day. It's beautiful and sunny here where I am. I'm trying to wrap up my errands, okay? And, you know, it's all good. It's all good, you guys. It is all good when you understand that when you've done the best you knew at the time, or you do your best, God does the rest. Suddenly, you know, you have a peace of mind. You have a peace of mind. And you should have that peace of mind. All right? You should have that peace of mind. Because when you're of the light, you are protected. You're protected. And when you have that wisdom, you know how much you're protected. There's nothing to fear. All right? So I love you guys. Look out for some more content. You're always free to leave your thoughts about the video down on the bottom. If you have any video requests and stuff like that nature, you can always leave that below as well. Make sure you guys are liking and showing love to my content. That's what's going to help spread this type of channel. You wanna spread a positive channel like this. Be a part of that. All right. Subscribe, hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload, you guys. I have a website, LakiaCrawford.com, where I do offer one-on-one coaching and services if you want to work with me one-on-one. All right. I have support groups on Facebook, private and public, if you want to become a part of that as well. I've written 4 wonderful books for my bookworms out there. If you love this channel, you'll love that as well. I have ebooks and hard copy. Check that out. All right. With that being said, you guys, never ever give up on yourself. Okay. I say that. Try to say it at the end of all videos. Continue to do the work, as we're all a work in progress. Nobody is perfect, including Coach Lakia. God works with me and works on me and disciplines me as well, okay? And I welcome it, because that's the refinement that I need and that he needs before he takes me to the next level. Every time he's about to elevate me, he has to deal with me on what I need to grow as a person, so that he knows I'm ready to hold the weight, okay, of that reward, of that elevation. All right, so continue to do the work. And until next time, my loves, take care, sweeties.